Taxes are one of those things that most e-commerce store owners don't think about until they absolutely have to. You launch your store, start getting orders, and suddenly realize, wait, am I supposed to be collecting sales tax? And if you're selling internationally, the questions get even more confusing. Do I need to collect VAT? What about GST? And can Shopify handle all this automatically? The short answer is Shopify can automate a lot of the calculations, but you still need to configure things properly and understand where you're required to collect tax. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through how to configure Shopify taxes for both US and international sales, including how Shopify's tax system works, where you actually need to collect tax, how to set it up inside Shopify, and the common mistakes that store owners make. What's going on, everyone? My name is Eric Hunsaker, and on this channel, we cut through the fluff to help you learn e-commerce. So let's start with the most important concept, where you actually owe tax. Step one, understand where you need to collect tax. Before you configure anything inside of Shopify, you need to understand one thing. You only collect tax in places where you are legally registered to collect it. That means Shopify should only be collecting tax in regions where your business has a tax obligation. This is usually based on something called nexus. In simple terms, nexus means your business has enough connection to a location that the government requires you to collect tax there. There are two main types of nexus. Physical nexus. Physical nexus happens when your business has a physical presence somewhere. For example, your business address, a warehouse, employees, inventory stored in a fulfillment center. If you have a physical presence in a state or country, you generally need to register for tax collection there. Economic nexus. Economic nexus is based on sales activity. Many regions require businesses to register for tax collection once their sales exceed certain thresholds. For example, in the United States, some states require registration once your sales exceed a certain revenue amount. These thresholds vary by state and can change over time, so it's important to check with the relevant tax authority or a tax professional before registering. The key takeaway is simple. Only collect taxes where you are registered to do so. Once you know where that applies, you can configure your Shopify store. Step two, understand Shopify's tax systems. Shopify provides several tax calculation systems depending on where your store is based. For many US merchants, Shopify offers Shopify Tax, which automatically calculates sales tax rates at checkout based on the customer's address. For stores outside the US, Shopify uses basic tax settings, which allow you to add tax registrations and apply region-specific rates. Shopify also supports manual tax rates for stores that need custom configurations. So regardless of which system you're using, the overall setup process is very similar. You'll add your tax registrations, then Shopify calculates the appropriate rate at checkout. But it's important to understand something here. Shopify calculates taxes and collects them from customers, but it does not automatically file or remit those taxes for you in most cases. You're still responsible for filing and sending the collected taxes to the appropriate government authorities. Step three, add your tax registrations in Shopify. Now, once you've determined where you're registered to collect tax, the next step is adding those registrations to Shopify. Start by logging into your Shopify admin dashboard. From the left sidebar, click Settings. Then select Taxes and Duties. Inside this section, Shopify will show tax regions based on your store's location. To add a tax registration, choose the region where you're registered and enable tax collection. You'll then enter the tax registration number or permit number that you received from the tax authority. Once this information is added, Shopify will begin calculating taxes for orders shipped to customers in that region. For US merchants using Shopify Tax, the platform automatically calculates the correct sales tax rate based on the customer's shipping address. This includes state, county, city, and district taxes where applicable. This automated rate calculation removes a lot of the manual work involved with configuring tax rates. Step four, configure tax settings and overrides. Most stores can rely on Shopify's default tax calculations, but there are situations where you might need to adjust things. For example, some products are taxed differently depending on the region. In certain states or countries, products like children's clothing, groceries, books, digital goods may have reduced tax rates or exemptions. To manage advantage of this, Shopify allows you to create tax overrides. Inside the tax and duty section, you can create overrides for specific product collections. This allows you to apply different tax rules to certain groups of products. For example, if a group of items qualifies for a reduced tax rate, you can create a collection for those products and apply an override. This ensures customers are charged the correct amount. Step 5, decide how tax appears to customers. Another important setting is whether tax is included in product prices or added at checkout. In the United States, most stores display prices before tax, and tax is added during checkout based on the customer's location. In many countries that use the VAT system, prices are often displayed with tax included. Shopify allows you to configure this depending on your region. Inside the tax settings, you can choose whether prices include tax, whether shipping is taxed, and how taxes are calculated for specific regions. So make sure that these settings match the legal requirements in the regions where you sell. Step 6, monitor where you're approaching tax obligations. As your business grows, you may eventually reach new tax thresholds in additional states or countries. Shopify provides tax insights that can help you track where your sales are increasing. These insights can alert you when you're approaching economic nexus thresholds in certain regions. If you cross one of these thresholds, you may need to register for tax collection there and update your Shopify tax settings. Regularly reviewing your sales reports helps you stay ahead of these requirements. Step 7, filing and remitting taxes. Once Shopify collects tax on your orders, that money doesn't automatically go to the government. It stays in your store's revenue until you file your tax returns. Depending on where you're registered, you may need to file monthly, quarterly, or annually. When filing returns, you'll report information such as total sales, taxable sales, tax collected. You then remit the collected tax to the appropriate authority. Some merchants use accountants or tax automation software to handle this process. Others file returns manually through government tax portals. Regardless of the method, keeping organized records of your sales and tax collection is essential. International tax considerations. If your Shopify store sells internationally, additional tax systems may apply. Many countries use systems such as VAT or GST, which function differently from US sales tax. In some cases, you may need to register for tax collection once your sales exceed certain thresholds in those regions. For example, businesses selling to customers in the European Union may need to register for VAT collection and report sales through systems like the one-stop shop framework. Other countries such as Canada or Australia have their own GST or VAT registration rules. Because international tax laws vary significantly, it's important to research the requirements for the specific countries where you sell. Shopify can calculate and collect taxes once your registrations are added, but determining where you must register usually requires guidance from local tax authorities or a professional advisors. Common Shopify tax mistakes to avoid. There are a few common mistakes that new store owners make when configuring Shopify taxes. One mistake is collecting tax in regions where the business isn't registered. This can create compliance issues because the business may not be authorized to collect tax there. Another mistake is assuming that Shopify automatically handles everything. Shopify automates tax calculation, but you still need to monitor your obligations and file returns. A third mistake is forgetting to configure product tax categories or overrides when certain products have different tax rules. Reviewing your tax setup periodically helps prevent these problems. So setting up taxes in Shopify may seem complicated at first, but breaking it down into a few clear steps makes it manageable. So first, determine where your business is legally required to collect tax. Second, add your tax registrations in Shopify so the platform can calculate the correct rates. Third, monitor your sales as your store grows to ensure that you stay compliant with new thresholds. Once your tax setup is configured correctly, Shopify handles most of the heavy lifting during checkout. That means you can focus on growing your store instead of worrying about whether you're charging the right tax rate. Now, if you want more tutorials on running and optimizing your Shopify store, then make sure to subscribe because we cover everything from store setup to marketing strategies. And if you want to get started with Shopify, we've got a link for you down in the description where you can get a free 3-day trial. After that, your first 3 months are only $1 each per month. Now, this is an affiliate link, which means we do earn a small commission when you use it at no extra cost to you. These commissions really help support the channel and allow us to continue to create free content just like this. So if you end up using them, we thank you so much in advance. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another video. Here on the channel, we're dedicated to helping you succeed with e-commerce by providing tips, strategies, and insights to grow your online business. So be sure and subscribe. But other than that, thank you for watching, and we'll see you here in the next video.